Hey, how you doing? What is happening? What's going on? So I am sitting here working on, still working on my presentation for um, Saturday, the event that I'm speaking at in Vegas. I leave tomorrow for Vegas. Danielle Rowe shared this out already. Thank you, Danielle. Of course you did. Every time Danielle gets on my stream, she does that because she's amazing. You rock. Thank you, Danielle. Hi, Danielle. I see you there. So I am flying out to Vegas tomorrow. I speak at an event on Saturday, and I've been putting together this the slides and all of that for my talk, and it really made me man, it really has caused me to reflect. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Chuck Studebaker, what's going on? It made me reflect on, man, a lot of stuff. Like, you just start going through and you're writing this thing out. What's up, Robert Brooker? And you're writing this out and you're kind of just, I've been really thinking about all of the stuff. Yes, please share in your group, share in any group. Share it out. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then I get a text message from my buddy. What's up, Weldon Whitehurst? Weldon, thank you. I know you just joined the new program that I have coming out. Weldon got in on the pre-launch promotion. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you being in there. You're going to learn a lot of stuff about live streaming. We're going to have some fun. What's up, Will Murphy? How you doing, bro? So I'm putting this whole presentation together. Hey, Wendy, how are you? And I'm like, what is it that we all want to do? We all want to leave a legacy, right? We want to make a difference in the world. We want to make a difference, a good, positive difference in the lives of other people. And I don't know how long it's been my goal or purpose. I really don't. Today is the 5-year, this day, 5 years ago, Grant Cardone and I became friends. This day, 5 years ago, I flew my assistant to Miami to deliver 2 bottles of wine to him and Elena that I had custom made with a private label, the 10X, world's favorite 10X family with Grant, Elena, and the 2 girls on the label. And I put my assistant on a plane, put her up in a hotel, flew her to Miami, and she hand delivered those to Grant and Elena. Stalked them, waited for them in the lobby. And that was, man, what a great day. And Grant called me that morning on my phone and we talked for a while. And man, what an incredible 5 years it's been. And it's not just because that I was 46 years old. So I had done a few things in my first 46 years prior to meeting Grant Cardone. But it is the moment that my life changed on as far as social media is concerned, and really getting a grasp on understanding, watching. Like I think anybody that knows who Grant is would agree with this, that the guy is borderline, if not already crossed over a marketing genius, especially when it comes to social media. And, I've studied his stuff for these past 5 years. I've studied him. I've watched him. I've dissected what he's doing, and it's genius, man. I mean, it's just absolute genius. So I've learned a lot from him, and I've watched a lot of other people. Gary Vaynerchuk, is absolutely unbelievable in the message that he delivers. And, and along the way, I found my own stride and discovered that I enjoy helping people more than anything in the world. And it wasn't too long ago, I asked my buddy Shaka Dyson if he would. I said, dude, because he's a client of mine too. I said, dude, would you mind shooting because he was telling me one night, dude, I appreciate every time I call you, you get on the phone, immediately answer your phone, you call me right back, or you communicate with me. And if I have an issue, man, you're always there. You jump on a Zoom meeting, you show. I said, dude, would you put that in a video for me? Like, would you give me a testimonial? And he sent that to me today, right in the middle of doing all of this, creating this presentation. And I get this video from him, and I posted it on Facebook. It's just absolutely amazing to get the feedback I've received from him and Frank Criniti and Justin. I mean, Justin Jarek. If you guys don't know who Justin Jarek is, this dude is killing it down in Florida. He's a GSM at a car dealership. And I mean, he is literally killing it. He sent me a video. I've got all these people. I've had Grant Cardone like shout me out and give me massive props many times, not just once or twice, but I don't even know how many times, a lot of times, right? Shaka is Weldon. Shaka is the best. I love that dude. I told him today, man, we were on a Zoom because I had to get on a Zoom after he sent me that video. I said, bro, what in the world? What? That was an amazing video, man. Thank you so much. And I mean, I told him I love that dude. I love him like a brother. I said, I'd take a bullet for you, man. Like if we were out and no, man, it ain't going down like that. Why is my thing a little blurry? What's going on with this? So, I'm telling you, like Weldon, I'm grateful for Weldon. He's got some cool stuff coming. Weldon is a new member of my my new program that I have coming out, and it's called Grow Live, with the G and the O being capitalized, because it's about going live. It's about doing live streams. It's about putting out the right social media content and posts, and how to do a lot of that, and how to actually build an audience and keep an audience and maintain an audience and ask people to share your stream out. Like, you're going to learn a lot of stuff in there. And so Weldon took advantage of the 50% off discount. That's the pre-launch discount for the course. And I'm going to launch this thing starting next week. What's up, brother? There's Shaka Dyson. Shaka, I was just talking about you, man. Were your ears burning? Dude. So, I'm just in, are you, I know so many people, and I see people go live and do video content, and it's almost like it's a competition to see who can come off as the coolest person. And that's not what it's about, man. People want to learn from you. They want to see your heart. They want to see that you're a good person. They want to know that. Like, you got to learn how to do it the right way, and you have to say hi to people. That's something I preach about. But like when Shaka comes on, if Shaka says, "What's up, champions?" and I ignore him, he's not coming back. There's a good chance he won't come back. He may not come back. He may be like, "Wow, I was on Ken's what were you saying?" Dude, I was talking about that freaking awesome video that you sent me today, man. That video, mind-blowing, dude. I'm grateful for you, man. I just said I love you like a brother, man, and I do. I told you that today. I said I'd take a bullet for that dude, and I would. If we were out kicking it, man, and something went down, I'd be like, it ain't going down like that, man. But like, I'm just like, people need to see the real you. They need to see your heart. And if you have something valuable to teach the world, and there's a lot of people that do, there's so many people that have a message, and it could be something as simple as, a special trick at fixing the carburetor on an old engine. They don't even do they don't even make carburetors anymore. Well, I mean, they probably make them, but I don't think new cars come with them. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, like you get my point. It could be you're the best baker in the world, and you're just sitting back, not teaching people this stuff. Like, why? What are you afraid of? And that's what we're going to dig into. What is it that you're afraid of? We're going to dig into that in this course, and I'm going to help you overcome what's stopping you from blowing up. I have over 42,000 fans on my fan page on Facebook. I'm always close to, I'm always at 5,000. I deleted about 50 some people the other day, but I'm always around 5,000 friends, which is the maximum. What's up, Matt Koenig? Speaking of ballers, what's going on, bro? And, 20,000 Instagram followers. I mean, I've gotten some attention, and that's what I'm teaching in this thing. I'm teaching how to get attention. So you can go. It's only good until tomorrow. The time runs out tomorrow, but you can go to the growlive.online, and you can still get the VIP 50% off discount. It's $997. You can get it for 50% off, and it's a pre-launch promo. It's not my deletion post. Which one was that? I have to think about it. But like you can get it right now for 50% off, and you're going to be in an 8-week course. And I say 8 weeks, but I always, and you can ask Shaka or anybody else that works with me, I always over deliver. Always. So it's probably going to be longer than 8 weeks. But it's also, you're in my private Facebook community with this and all of that. So you're going to get a lot. I'm pasting the link in here one more time. I want you guys to not miss out on this. It's literally half price right now. There it is. If you go to growlive.online, I'm trying to pin this comment. Facebook's changed so many things. There we go. They changed so many things. It's hard to, but if you go to growlive.online and you go, that's the actual website, you can go through the checkout process. You'll see it's $997, and you use the code VIP in all capital letters, and it will apply the 50% discount until tomorrow. It expires tomorrow. About getting rid of friends, the "it's not you, it's me" post. Oh, yeah. I can't, look, I know a lot of people I've actually personally met with a lot of people that I know on Facebook over the last 5 years. And which is, I've been blowing up for 5 years, and it's been an amazing journey. And I've met face to face and hung out with a lot of people, and there are some really, really, really good people. And there are some, yeah, the link, yes, Matt, the link does automatically drop the 50%. But if you end up not going to that link, and you go to if you just go to growlive.online, and you end up there for some reason, you can click on the, whatever, sign me up button, and enter the VIP code, and it'll give you 50% off of that. But anyway, I've met a lot of people that I knew on Facebook. The majority of them are really, really good people. The majority. And I would say 97.8% are really good people. There is a small percentage that are stalkers, that are freaks, that are, whatever. They're just, and I block those people. I still have those people show up because they figured out that they can go to my fan page and sneak into my live streams. And that's cool, man. I just saw a meme today by Grant Cardone. Says, "I need new haters. My old ones are starting to like me." I love that. That is so funny. I mean, come on, that's funny. So, when you are you making a difference? Are you really making a difference? And if you're not making a difference, what you need to do is you need to step back and take a look in the mirror and say, okay, am I making everything in life about me? I'll give you a perfect example. Ray and Jessica Higdon, two of my favorite people on the planet. They are also friends of mine and clients of mine. And Chuck, you're definitely, dude, you've been to my house, man. So like, you know, the Ray Higdon has, and it was just, he talks about it all the time that, excuse me, that what, 10 years ago, he was facing foreclosure, had his electric shut off, was in really, really bad shape, and made a lot of significant life changes. Number one, he got out of himself and he started helping other people out. He started and he created this group. It's amazing, an amazing group called Rank Makers. And it's only $20 a month to join that. And he teaches in there all the time. The guy is incredible. But one of the things that he created was Wealth Wednesday. And Wealth Wednesday is a phenomenal idea. See, I carry around in my wallet the scripture Malachi 3, which says, bring the whole tithe and offering into my storehouse so my children may have food. Test me in this way, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing, you will not have enough room to store it all. And so a pastor of a church in Atlanta, Georgia, gave me that 30 years, about right around 30 years ago, maybe 29, 28 years ago. And I have carried that in my wallet. I've been homeless. I was a raging alcoholic for many, many years. I got sober over 17 years ago. And by the grace of God, I'm still sober. But I carried that. It has a brand, back then when I got it, it had a brand new $1 bill stapled to it. And I still have that thing. It is really, really, really tad. I mean, it's seen better days, but it's in my wallet still. And there were times when I was homeless, when I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat. And I knew I had that dollar stapled to the back of that card. But there was something that told me there was some kind of significant spiritual value and that I couldn't take that dollar and go spend it. And as a result of that, I don't know, I still have it. The result is I still have it. The result is it's a constant reminder that life is not all about me. It's about everybody else. It's about what kind of a difference can I make? And there are people that don't like me, and I get that, man. That's cool. Like if you're hating on me, that means you're leaving somebody else alone. That's cool. But guess what? If you hate me, I love you, man. I don't care. I don't care if you hate me. Good. I don't care. Like I am a good person. I do everything I possibly can to help other people. But guess what? I'm also not perfect. We all make mistakes, and I've made plenty of mistakes, and I make up for my mistakes. I do everything I possibly can. Everything. So the biggest thing that I do is I'm really trying to make a difference in the world. I'm trying to make a difference in other people's lives. Trying to make a splash in this universe. Because look, as far as I don't know if we get any other lives or not. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. I don't know. This is the only one I'm aware of right now. And I'll tell you something. While I'm here, I want to help as many people as I possibly can. And that's what it's about. And that's why I have the WOW formula. That's my shirt, the WOW formula, where I have all kinds of people. I go in and do training in the WOW formula, teaching. There's 40, 50 videos in there already of all kinds of content that I've taught in there. And now I've created this new program called Grow Live. And it's to help people learn how to go live and grow their lives through going live and doing it the right way, and not coming on and begging for sales every time, but coming on and actually giving something of value to the world. That's what it's about. And that's what that program's about. It's about teaching you how to actually build an audience, keep an audience, get people to share your stuff, and get people to engage. How long do I think it took me to discover my purpose? I'm 51 and a half years old, and I would say it's only been in the last 2 years that I discovered my purpose. In the last 2 years. It was about 2 years ago, actually, that I discovered my purpose. So it took me 49 years, maybe. And look, there's been many times when I was like, I was probably on the right track, and my ego, my drinking, like y'all don't even know. Like I used to, if I didn't drink at least a full big bottle of Crown Royal in a day, it was not a good day. I mean, I was a raging alcoholic, very self-centered, very selfish, very focused on what's in it for me, very, very not focused on anything you wanted. So it took me a long time to get through all that, long time. And quite frankly, look, I don't think that anybody is going to. It's such a rare thing. Like did Mark Zuckerberg at Harvard? And remember, his sister. I was just with his sister, and out in San Diego at a conference out there, and it was absolutely phenomenal. She invented Randy Zuckerberg. She was the keynote speaker out there, and she invented Facebook Live, and she was absolutely amazing. That woman was absolutely amazing. And well, how old was Mark when he created Facebook? Like 14? I'm kidding. He was going to Harvard, but it was, excuse me. It was, I don't know how old he was, 25, maybe 24. I'm not sure. 23. If anybody knows, feel free to drop it in here. But the thing is did he go, oh, this is my purpose? No, he probably didn't. Was he born with that purpose, or did he create that purpose? I don't know. All I know is this. There's been many, many times in my life when I was like, oh my God, I'm doing my purpose. I'm doing it. I know I'm on the right track. And then something goes sideways and I'm like, that wasn't my purpose. Darn it. Now I got to shift gears and go in a different direction. Have you ever had that happen? Drop a 1 if you have. He was 19. My goodness. 19. See? Most 19-year-olds are not going to say, I know my purpose. They probably would say it, actually. I would have said it when I was 19. But when you're 51 and you look back to when you were 19, you go, God, I thought I knew so much that I actually didn't know. You just don't know what you don't know. And I promise you, and I hated that saying. I hated some old 51-year-old man telling me, Sonny boy, you don't know what you're talking about. I hated that. I hated it because I didn't want that. I didn't want to be wrong about that in any way. But the truth is you don't. When you're 19, you don't have all the answers. But here you were smart at 19, right? So was I. I was a genius. And I would tell you about it. So, I mean, that's the thing is, you go through, it's crazy. You go through, but here's what happens to people. I went through a big, big life change 17 years ago when I stopped drinking. I've gone through a lot of other changes in my adult life. I thought I was on the right track. I thought I was doing my purpose. And then, like I said, something goes sideways. But what happens is we get stuck in the story. We get stuck up here in the story. We're stuck in the story and we can't let go of the story because, man, I was a millionaire when I was 27 years old and I lost it all. I drank it all away, blah, 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 whatever it is. We get stuck in that story. which I did, I've done many times. You get stuck in the story that you're telling yourself, and you don't ever break free from that. You don't ever go take another chance. You don't take any more risks, or you're so risk adverse that like, okay, yeah, I'll do it, but I'm just going to dip my toe in the water. And I don't know if it's a curse or a blessing, but I'm one of those kind of people where it's like, dude, I'm in. Let's go. Let's roll. Let's do this. If it makes sense, it doesn't even have to make sense to me sometimes. If it's exciting, it's something I can feel passionate about, I'm going. It's like when I sent, go look at the post on my Facebook page of my assistant, my former assistant with Grant Cardone and Elena. And you know what? I had $2,000 in the company account. I spent, I don't know, $1,200 probably at least sending her down there to deliver 2 bottles of wine. That was a big risk, huge risk. It could have all been for naught. Like, whatever, that's cool, thanks. Right? I mean, the dude's worth, at that point, I don't even know what, 50 million, whatever it was, 2014, he was probably worth 30, 40, 50 million. He didn't need my custom bottles of wine. The dude can get his own, right? But I took a chance. I took a big chance, even though I had failed. I wasn't living in that story anymore, that crap story about, and we all know people like that. Maybe even you might even be one of those people where you're out and anybody with ears, you will tell them about, oh, woe is me, poor me, look at what happened to me, right? You've been through that. You've heard that from people. Oh, I'm so depressed, or oh, I went through this period in my life, and oh my gosh, it's horrible, and blah 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 blah. Dude, it's over. Let it go. Let it go. For real, let it go. You have to learn to let stuff go. If you don't learn to let stuff go, you are in trouble. You're in trouble. And I know so many people. I coach people. Okay. I coach a lot of people. I work one-on-one with people, and it always starts off with, I go, so tell me a little bit about your background, your story. And it's always all these negative events that occurred 100% of the time. And what happens then is we got to go, okay, well, how do we twist that around? And instead of looking at all this negative stuff, how do we take that and make it positives? What are some of the positive things that came out of it? And I've done that for myself, my own life. I have been through the ringer in my life. So what? I mean, seriously, so what? Why does it matter? Doesn't matter. It does not matter. We have to learn how to let things go. When we let things go and we can focus on the positives we have going on in our life and on the positive things that we want to create. Like when you get into creation mode, when you, that I think, like, what do we call God? We call God the creator. So if you're creating, is there a time when you're any closer to the creator than when you are doing what the creator created you to do? And that's create. Like, get creative, do something creative, take action. I went through 75 hard. You guys know about that. A lot of people do. I went through the 75 hard program. Andy Frisella was on my show and he called me out on it. And I said, okay, dude, I'll do it. And for 75 days, I followed that thing to a T. So did my wife, and so did a lot of other people. And at the end of 75 days, I had lost 30 pounds almost. And my wife lost 25 pounds. I'd never felt better in my life. I maintained the crap out of it. I still feel absolutely amazing. And I'm still working out. I'm still burning calories. I'm still working my muscle. I'm doing everything. Not to the intensity that 75 hard was. I'm not. But I'm telling you what, I'm a different man now. Way different man than I was before starting that. But I took action. And I didn't stop. So many people started the 75 hard program I've seen it happen so many times. So many people have started that program and they couldn't have their pizza on Friday night, so they bailed so they could have their pizza. They couldn't go without drinking a beer for 75 days or having a glass of wine or whatever, so they bailed. They couldn't work out twice a day. Oh, it was raining, so I couldn't work out. We worked out in the rain. We worked out in the cold. We worked out in like horrible conditions. We did it 75 days in a row. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm sitting here and I'm putting together this presentation. I'm finishing it up and I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm like, man, I have been through a lot of things. I've really accomplished a lot of really cool things in my life. Thank you, Jennifer. And the one thing that all of it has in common is I just didn't give up. What's up, Frank Crinitti? How you doing, bro? There's my boy, Frank. I love that dude. That is my brother right there. My younger Italian brother right there. And I'm not even Italian, but I am in his family. So, like, that's it. We all go through this stuff, but we get stuck in the stories. We get stuck in the stories of all of the bad crap that's happened and what we're going through. What's up, Jason Alt? How you doing, bro? All the stuff we're going through. We get stuck in that story, and then we want everybody with ears to hear how bad it was. So we tell them. We tell everybody with ears, this is how bad my life was, has been, is gonna be, all of that stuff. We get stuck there, man. And then we wonder why Grant Cardone has a jet and we don't. We wonder why Mark Cuban is a billionaire and we're not. It's because they're literally willing to take humongous risks. Are they calculated? Sure they are. Are they perfect? Nope. Both of those guys have lost money on many, many deals. Everybody, any mega wealthy person has lost money on deals, period. It's the way it goes. I'm nowhere even close to those two guys, and I've lost millions of dollars in my life. Millions on stupid decisions. It is what it is. But what I do is I look at it and go, okay, so this situation, whatever it is, I'll put it in a box and go, okay, so this situation, although it was painful, although it cost me a lot of my pride and ego, although it cost me a lot of money, although I had to eat a lot of mud, what's the bright side of it? What's the upside? What's the positive side of it? So I look for it. I look for the positive. How can I turn this around and extract something positive out of the situation? And if you look hard enough, you're always going to find it. You just have to look. You have to dig. You have to let go of that negative story that you're walking around telling yourself. You're capable of so much more, and so am I. I haven't even scratched the surface of my potential. Not even the surface. And that's my goal, is to help others scratch the surface of their potential. That's my goal. That's my purpose. And I hope that I've helped people on this stream, and I hope that I continue to for at least another 30, 40 years. Then maybe I'll retire. Anyway, hey, thank you guys. I needed a break from this presentation I'm working on. I told her I'd have it to her last night. She's probably just now landing in Vegas. So I talked to her earlier today and I said, hey, Cheryl, I will have this thing over to you by the time your plane lands. And I've been texting with her. She was on the plane 30 minutes ago. I go, you're getting close to Vegas, aren't you? She goes, yep. And I go, I might need another hour or so. Listen, I would encourage you, if you're not in my course already, like Weldon Whitehurst, Frank Crinitti, and a lot of other amazing people, get signed up. It's $997. There's a 50% discount right now. It's called a pre-launch promotion. I have not launched it yet. You are getting it at half off, and you'll get private coaching from me in our private group as well. So make sure that you take advantage of this. It's an 8-week deal, and then you'll also continue to be in the private Facebook group. So thank you guys. I appreciate all of you. I have already dropped the link in. Make sure you click on that and go get signed up and take advantage of this, because the value that you're going to receive is worth way more than $498. I can promise you that. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Look for me this weekend too. I'm going to be live broadcasting from Vegas. You guys have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye.